In today's video, we'll be going over a great PlayStation 4 game that you can play free this weekend. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands is coming with a bunch of new content and a free weekend. On top of that, we've got more information on A Plague Tale: Innocence, a game that is really building up in anticipation, and we're just, a little over a week away from the release. It's coming out on the same day as Rage 2, but honestly, quickly, A Plague Tale: Innocence is starting to become my most anticipated game on that day. Want to talk a little bit about that. Also, we've got the release date confirmed for Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night, a long time coming, but it'll finally be out this June. The World War I multiplayer FPS that was formerly a PC exclusive in Tannenberg is coming to the PlayStation 4 this winter, and The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2 now officially has a release date. We'll talk all about that at the end of this video. First up, Ghost Recon Wildlands is getting a free weekend starting today with Operation Oracle. There's an in-depth post on the PlayStation blog by Yusuf Magwid, the communication specialist over at Ubisoft, and I want to read a little bit from that post. There's never been a better time to jump into Ghost Recon Wildlands as Operation Oracle brings new free story content to PlayStation 4 players on May 2nd, adding 2 new missions that you can tackle solo or with up to 3 friends in 4-player co-op. Operation Oracle will task the Ghost with rescuing a Skeltech engineer being held hostage by Unidad forces. What begins as a simple rescue mission suddenly takes a turn further complex when you meet Cody Walker, a Ghost team leader who will make you question the difference between friend and foe. If you want to try the game for free, including Operation Oracle and all other post-launch content, you're in luck, as Ghost Recon Wildlands will be free for all PlayStation 4 players from May 2nd to May 5th. The preload has been live since May 1st, and all progress you make during the free weekend will carry over if you decide to purchase the game afterwards. PlayStation Plus is still required to play any online modes. Operation Oracle is a part of a series of free post-launch content updates to Ghost Recon Wildlands, which have so far included the Ghost War PvP and Tier 1 modes, as well as special operation missions featuring crossovers with Splinter Cell's Sam Fisher, Rainbow Six operators, and even the Predator. The post over on the PlayStation blog goes even more in-depth, so I'll leave a link to that in the description box down below. I know that the PlayStation Store is running a lot of sales right now, but what's even better than a sale is the ability to play a game free for a weekend, and Ghost Recon Wildlands, one of those typical Ubisoft games in that, yeah, it didn't launch at a great form. It was an okay experience back when it came out, but through updates and consistency, Ghost Recon Wildlands has been a rather compelling game, and if you've yet to check it out, May 2nd to May 5th, you'll be able to play it absolutely free, and this is a game that is definitely enhanced with playing with a couple of friends, so that's why I really like free weekends and anything free being offered with games that do have a multiplayer emphasis, because now you can convince all your other friends to play, and you can all jump in together and get the best experience possible. Do note that all of you will need a PlayStation Plus subscription, but that's pretty much a formality at this point. Give it a look for yourself. Again, May 2nd to May 5th. It's unclear on whether or not they're running a discount. I believe it is on sale as a part of the sales that they're running right now. The exact price escapes me right now, but I imagine that the base game is south of $20. So if you do want to check it out, maybe buying it isn't a bad idea as well, but definitely check it out for free and get a couple of friends to jump in on the experience with you, because that's how you're going to get the best time possible. Alright, moving on from that, here's a game that I'm super stoked for, and that is A Plague Tale: Innocence. I'm still a little bit skeptical in recommending this game for a full price, but nonetheless. But the more I'm seeing of A Plague Tale: Innocence, the more the game is captivating me, and we got a brand new gameplay overview trailer that goes over, you guessed it, a lot of the gameplay mechanics in A Plague Tale: Innocence, and the game visually looks fantastic. Presentation looks great, and I love the setting. Definitely check out the video, and it was noted by Focus Home Interactive, the first major own IP game developed by Osabo Studio and published by Focus Home Interactive. Today's overview trailer for A Plague Tale: Innocence goes into how to take on your challenges, from the much discussed rats and deadly universe to the unique capabilities you've given to combat or bypass Inquisition soldiers and the capabilities of your new allies. Amika is not completely alone in this adventure, as the trailer reveals her brother Hugo, while young and sickly, is a vital component of the partnership. His smaller stature able to keep them both safe at key moments. Other orphans, thieves, alchemists, and more will teach Amika new skills and provide new tools to hide, escape, and even kill. In A Plague Tale: Innocence, join Amika and Hugo on a grim journey out of childhood and into a harsh 14th century reality that they are ill prepared for. Pursued by the mysterious and deadly Inquisition, hiding from the rats, suspicious and angry populace at every turn while desperately seeking for a safe haven, this is their life now, and you must lead them to safety no matter the danger. This game's premise is awesome. It's got such a dark undertone for it. It's also an emotional story where you do follow siblings, and honestly, from a storytelling standpoint, I do not imagine how this is gonna have a happy ending, but that's what I'm hoping for. I just hope it delivers from a gameplay standpoint, because Osabo Studio isn't a studio that is really well known. I mean, if you look at their track record, it's not like they've worked on a lot of big budget projects, but this is their first major own IP, So I want to see how it turns out, and I hope it delivers, because you want to see more of these new IPs really generate mainstream success, or at least some sort of recognition, and then develop into IPs that are notable in the entire gaming community. Is A Plague Tale: Innocence gonna become that? I don't know, but May 14th is gonna be a big day as the game drops, and I'm really hoping for the best. And based on the general anticipation, I feel like A Plague Tale: Innocence is quietly becoming the more anticipated game on that day. Again, Rage 2 is dropping that day as well, and I'm excited for Rage 2, but I'm just more compelled and intrigued by A Plague Tale: Innocence. I think Rage 2 is more so guaranteed to be a pretty good game, but in the case of A Plague Tale: Innocence, I'm just more interested and more captivated by it, if you guys understand what I'm saying. Alright, moving on from that, another game that's coming out relatively soon and just had an awesome trailer revealed. Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night is coming on June 25th, and it'll be dropping on PlayStation 4 and every other platform. They had a great trailer for it where they had some old alpha footage, and they showcased a lot of the different YouTube comments on people just complaining about the game, trashing all over the game, and rightfully so. We've seen these kickstarted games just be a complete train wreck in the past. I point to Mighty Number 9, but in the case of Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night, they showed all that old footage, and then they showed the new footage that looks so much better, and it's just great that they actually pointed that out, and I think it gets people a lot more excited for the game. Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night is a gothic horror action side-scrolling RPG set in 18th century England. A paranormal force has summoned a demon-infested castle, threatening the entire world. Play as Miriam, an orphan scarred by an alchemist's curse, which slowly crystallizes her body. To save humanity and herself in the process, Miriam must fight through the castle and defeat the summoner Gebel. Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night does drop June 25th. Super stoked about that, and if you guys are a fan of Castlevania, if you're a fan of side-scrolling action RPGs, Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night is going to be right up your alley. And June looking to be a pretty big month, especially that latter June portion. You've got Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night, you've got Judgment, you've got The Sinking City. Man, summer is actually looking relatively decent in terms of great game releases. Let's hope that keeps up. Next up, another game that'll be hitting the PlayStation 4 later this winter is the World War I multiplayer FPS in Tannenberg. This game has been out on PC for a little bit, and it was received pretty well, and Tannenberg brings the massive battles of the Eastern Front in World War I to life, with 64 players fighting for control of key sectors of the battlefield, each one offering a distinct strategic advantage. Warfare between the Russian Empire, Germany, and their allies offers a fresh experience for first-person shooter players and history aficionados alike. There are 6 squads, north of 50 weapons, 6 large maps that give players tactical freedom, and a 64-player game mode with full AI bot support so you can experience epic battles at any time. Everything has been recreated with the same attention to detail seen in Verdun, the first entry in the World War I game series. Verdun already available on the PlayStation 4, and the game takes place across the lakes, forests, mountains, and snowy plains of the Eastern Front. It was inspired by the Battle of Tannenberg in 1914, one of the most iconic battles in history. Players will be able to master a range of authentically modeled equipment brought to the field. Tannenberg also offers several game modes, including the exciting maneuver game mode reflecting the nature of war on the Eastern Front, as 64 players battle across a large map where the objectives and battle lines are always shifting. Survive the deadly battles by working together with your 4-man squad and utilizing your distinctive skills. There is a wealth of historical detail, including a realistic World War I weaponry, authentic uniform, horrendous gore, and maps based on real battlefields. Again, we don't have an exact release date for Tannenberg, but it will be dropping sometime this winter, so that's another game to be looking forward to. Lastly, a game that's coming out relatively soon is the JRPG in the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. There was a little bit of uncertainty as when this game was going to be dropping, but now it's been confirmed that the PlayStation 4 version will be dropping June 4th, and the physical copy will be $49.99. That comes with a couple of goodies, a steelbook, I believe a mini soundtrack CD, and then digital copies will be $39.99. The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2 originally released on the PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, and then it came to PC as well. A terrific game, but of course you need to play Trails of Cold Steel 1 because Cold Steel 2 picks right off from the first game. However, Cold Steel 2 does have a recap video, but honestly I would just recommend you to play through the entirety of the first game. You're only going to get so much from a 10-minute recap video that you're going to get from a 60 to 70 hour JRPG, 40 hours if you do rush through it, but nonetheless you get the idea. Trails of Cold Steel 1 was a lot of character development, setting the table of the events to happen in Trails of Cold Steel 2, but Trails of Cold Steel 2 picks up directly, and I mean directly, right after Trails of Cold Steel 1, so you really want to play the first game before jumping into the sequel. But the sequel is where the good stuff in the story really happens. The first one's good, and the first one gets really good towards the latter portion, but Trails of Cold Steel 2, right from the get-go, it's all guns blazing, and it's it's a really good time. So that will be dropping June 4th again, $49.99 physically, $39.99 digitally, and that's gonna conclude this video, guys. Ghost Recon Wildlands is free this weekend with Operation Oracle dropping as well May 2nd and May 5th. Get a couple of friends, jump in together, and you're guaranteed to have a pretty good time. Plague Tale Innocence is dropping May 14th. New gameplay overview trailer has dropped and it's shaping up very nicely. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is dropping June 25th. Tannenberg is coming to consoles this winter, and The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2 is hitting the PlayStation 4 on June 4th. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.